Good evening, all of you. So I will continue with the numericals related to collisions in one dimension. Some different types of numericals today I picked up. Let's discuss them on that. Okay, read the question now.
Sir. Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, sorry, sir. I didn't really catch the point. Can you repeat it again, sir?
After class, I'll explain. Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, read the question. Just we have to apply the collision between the balls and the wall. The first A and B will collide. So after the initial diagram, so now collision occurs. We know that M is lighter than A is lighter than the B. So I'll assume that A will rebound with a speed and the B what will happen will acquire a speed V2. Quotient of restitution between the balls is 1/2. Between the ball and the wall is 1. Take like this. So you have to write in sequence order, you have to write equation. So initial momentum. This is for first diagram. I'll put this one. For event 1, mu is equal to minus mv1 plus 2mv2, or u minus v1 plus 2v2. Towards right, let it be positive. So quotient of restitution is how much? Directly I'm writing it 1/2 v2 plus v2 minus of minus v1 by plus u minus 0. So v2 plus v1 or u by 2 is equal to v2 plus v1. Add up these two equations. When you add up these two, we'll get 3v2 equal to 3u by 2, or v2 equal to u by 2 will get 3v2 equal to 3u by 2, and v2 is equal to how much? Will be u by 2. What about v1? Substitute here. v2 equal to u by 2. v1 how much it will be? 0, no? So just after impact, the first ball will come to rest here, in fact. So what is the sequence that occurs? This will be at rest, and this will continue to move with a speed v2. And the collision between the wall and the ball is elastic, no, and is equal to 1. So what will happen to this? This will rebound with the same speed. Now this will come and collide, and finally is asking what will be the velocity of the balls. So it should be after collision. So this is 2m. So let the velocity of this be VA, let this be VB. Apply now conservation of linear momentum for this is second event. Sorry, this is second event that occurred, that is between the ball B and the wall. Now there's a third event. As there is elastic collision, it will rebound with the same speed. Now take help of this. Between second and third event, you apply conservation of linear momentum. So 2mv is equal to minus 2mvb minus mva. All this is equal to 2v2 2vb plus va. Quotient of restitution formula. Between the balls, it is 1 by 2 minus vb minus of va. This is at rest. This will be 0 minus of v2. I just continued the same thing. Anything that is towards right, I took positive. Throughout the problem, I'm maintaining the same condition. If you want for second and third, you can change that. Okay, let's continue that one again. So this should be equal to negative sign. You can take common and solve it. So solving equation 3 and 4. So this will be v2 by 2 should be equal to vb minus.
Sir, VA minus VB on the sir.
Sir, VA minus VB, sir.
VA minus VB, yeah. So V2 by 2, VA minus VB. Yeah. V2 value we know it is equal to U by 2. So this will become U by 2 equal to VA minus VB. Call this equation 4. Solve equation 3 and 4. We'll get VA and VB. There will be the speed of the objects after impact. You should not apply directly from the first and third. One more event occurred between. Are you trying to make a guess? The ball B has to collide with the wall. That you cannot skip out. You cannot directly write the conventional term in this diagram and for this diagram. Are you getting no? You cannot write between this initial and the final. Here one more event occurred. The second event, what happened, cannot be so cannot be, you can say, you cannot escape it or you cannot skip this. So in between, so students to save time, no directly answer, okay, this is finally this what happens. I'll apply from here, initial momentum from this diagram, or say this one. Initial momentum from this diagram to directly this diagram. No. So in between this event, what when you cannot skip. That's what the meaning of this question here. The rest of everything is very simple. Writing quotient of restitution and this particular condition of linear momentum. Why will A come to rest? Because of the equation, no? Why A will come to rest means what I should say. B1 I got 0. What, you don't believe in these equations? What all we did, it's not correct. Okay, no. So is it okay? VA, VB value, anybody?
Sir, VA is U by 2, sir. VB is U by 4.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, fine, yeah. Okay, this will be our final answer. Okay, now take the, let me introduce spring concept a little bit. Now slowly what happened, you have to pick up problems where the collisions will be there in some application. Rather than pure two particles come and collide, it's a general idea. In applications is what very important. Okay, look at the particles. So it's telling what should be the speed with which this m by 10, the particle of mass m by 10 should move and collide with the block A and get stuck to it so that this block B should lose contact. I think that V naught is, I'll write it here. Huh? Let's continue with this. So first what will happen to this particle will get stuck to it. No, before that, what about the initial any elongation in the spring before collision? Yes, it will be there. Mg here kx naught. So that one and the same kx naught will act and kx naught. Kx naught cannot balance 2 mg, no? So therefore here normal contact will be there and this is 2 mg. So don't write kx naught equal to mg because here the block A is in equilibrium. Looking the block A, for block A what is the equation you can write? For block A, equilibrium kx naught minus mg equals 0. So this is the initial elongation of spring. So definitely this kx naught is not sufficient to lift to overcome the weight 2 mg. So therefore the block will be in contact with the ground. Normal contact will act here. How much of normal contact equal to mg? That's okay, part of the problem. Okay, now let's come. So the particle will come and collide and get stuck to it. So here it gets stuck to it. So m by 10, I think it will become 11 m by 10 total mass. So this will have combined velocity, say v. So spring is still it is elongated. How much of spring force will act here? Kx naught. Now, one very important thing, sir, how to find out the value of V? I'm writing some equations. Let's do make observation. M by 10 V naught is equal to M by 10 plus M into V. When the particle collides with block A, what are the forces that are acting? That spring force Kx naught will be acting on the tension in the string. Can we conserve momentum? Yes, the Kx naught is balance mg, no? And what about this collision? For what time this collision will occur? The collision will occur for a fraction of time. What makes the block A to move? What makes the block A to move? The block A, what will happen? Will encounter a normal contact and this Kx naught and mg will become negligible during impact time. And anyway, Kx naught equal to mg. Kx naught is equal to mg. So the net force acting on system will be 0. So therefore I can conserve momentum. Please do make observation. You should not blindly accept this. So from this what will happen? We'll get the speed which is equal to V naught by 11. Now what will happen? When do this block will lose contact? When the elongation in the spring should be sufficient to overcome the this is I'll write here. So the spring force here should be kx naught plus x, and this kx naught plus x should overcome the weight. Generally what happens, the block B will lose contact, no? So why do this elongation? Further elongation. So for block B to lose contact, what is the basic equation we write it? For block B to lose contact, kx naught plus x should be equal to 2mg. Let me directly write that equal to. Mathematically, you should write kx naught plus x greater than or equal to mg. Kx naught equal to how much? Is equal to mg. So therefore, what is kx naught plus kx equal to 2mg? Kx naught equal to mg. So kx equal to mg. No. let's come for this. This is about the condition. Huh? But what is our question? For what we should find out that V naught, no? To find out the V naught, we should know V. How to bring this V? Looking at the first and second diagram, can we write anything? What is the state of the block 2M? This was the test. When losing contact also, this will be a test, no? And what about the A? Just able to, I think please do make observation, just able to leave the ground. Just block B is just able to leave. So what should be the state of block A when block B is losing contact? Instantaneous rest. Now write the equation. How much the block A has descended? How much it should descend? It should descend by X, no? I think I'll first indicate that X because that is very important. Other comments, I'll write it. For the spring to elongate by X, what happened? The block A should descend by X. And what is the state of this? This will be instantaneous rest. You write it like this. Don't say rest. Huh? It will be, for a while, it will be at rest. When the block B is about to lose contact, it will be at instantaneous rest. Now, any equations, can you write it? Initial kinetic energy of the block. So let's go for the energy equation. So what is the kinetic energy of the block? 11 m by 10 of v square by 2 plus initially there's some energy is there in the spring, kx naught square by 2 should be equal to plus decrease in potential energy of the block. How much? 11 m by 10 gx. All this, what happened? The initial kinetic energy of block A plus initial elastic potential energy of the spring plus decrease in gravitational potential energy of block A. This everything got converted into increase in elastic potential energy of the spring. Writing this equation is what? The main idea of the problem. The initial kinetic energy of the block A plus initial elastic potential energy of spring plus decrease in gravitational potential energy. The whole this energy got converted into increase in or final elastic potential energy of the spring. If you want kx naught, you can bring it there. Let me write in this way. This will be sufficient form. So now we know x mg by k. We know x naught. Substitute here, you'll get value of v. That value of v substitute, you'll get the required answer v naught. What is x here? Mg by k. X naught is mg by k. X is also mg by k. Writing this equation is very kinetic energy of the block A plus elastic potential of spring plus decrease in gravitational potential energy got converted is finally equal to increase in, or say finally equal to elastic potential energy of the spring. Or kx naught square by 2 you can send on to RHS. Then decrease in kinetic energy, decrease in kinetic energy of block A, decrease in gravitational potential energy of block A should be equal to increase in elastic potential energy of spring. Either way you can write it. If you send this on to RHS, you should interpret in that way. Here I'm just equating initial energy should be equal to final energy of system. Anybody value? M given, 100, K value also given. Or do calculation later on. I'll proceed to the next problem. Read this question. I'll increase the font size. Yeah. in the diagram, there's a wooden bar. There's a tabletop, and from here a bullet should enter, and this is hole. G is given. The weight of the effect of G is what you have to consider. Okay, read the diagram. I'll construct it. I'll construct some. So this is the, yeah. Initially the block, the wooden block is here. And the bullet is, so let me call the mass of the bullet M1, that is M2. It is approaching with a speed u. The same diagram, I'm just extending this one. So then, so the bullet, what happened when it is finally, when bullet is inside this. And finally what will happen, it will be, problem very simple. If you can understand the situation very easy, within I think 2-3 steps we'll end up with answer. Oh. Finally it emerges, no? Here it emerges, is telling. It will emerge with a certain speed that is available. At the bottom to V equal to 80 at the top. Okay, this is the velocity. So somewhere here, the velocity, let it be, say, V1. The moment it enters, it will have velocity u, and when it emerges out, it will have v. And there is a spelling. Bullet reduces uniformly. Within the bar, speed of the bullet reduces uniformly. Uniformly means there will be uniform retardation. Why do that retardation A1? Because the force acting on the bullet in this direction. And similarly, how the force on the bar will act, the force on the bar will be in this direction. So let's calculate that retardation. So we know this width of the thickness of the bullet, so thickness of the bar. So then using the formula, v square minus u square equal to minus 2 minus a1 into d. We know vu I'll get A1. If I know A1, I can calculate the force. What is the retarding force? M1 A1. Give me the value of A1. A1 will be 9,000 meter per second square. Then what is the F? F will be how much? M1 into A1. Multiply this, we'll get 180 Newton. Then what should be the mass of the bar? So when F should be equal to M2G, so you know 180, and this is M2, this is 10. 18 kg. If the mass of the bar is less than this, it will lose contact. A very, very simple problem. You do get some applications. Just be careful. If I project with a speed greater than, if M2 is 18 kg, if I increase the speed, you definitely lose contact. No, I'll connect this to the spring, this particular. So you do have some application problem where this will be connected. Find the maximum elongation of this. If I increase the speed, if I double the speed, you definitely M2 will lose contact. When it loses contact, what is the state of it? It'll go and compress the spring. Next, further, we'll discuss some application problems. Now, the effect of G will not, the overall, it will be like this. Within the bar, speed of bullet reduces uniformly, that one. The effect of G will not be there. The maximum, it will be due to resistance of that one. Look at the mass of the bullet, 20 gram, no? Only the resistance by the material of the bar to the bullet has to be taken here. Okay, now look at this. I'm testing your basics of collision. There's a cord. If you look at the, there's a surface on which block B, and we have cord, this one. This is a test. This is that cord or string, almost inextensible. It's saying almost inextensible. Okay, no, try to. What we defined, see, like now there's a very generalized idea is what I'm picking this problem. Quotient of restitution, don't think that it's defined only for colliding objects. It is there for everything. Even for a string also we define E. Even for a spring also we define E. Here for a cord he has defined. Quotient of restitution defined for the cord. For the string also. So some, if you see further next when we discuss problem, no, inelastic string E equal to 0. They say inelastic string. So what do you mean by that? E equal to 0, that one. So you be careful whenever any string is involved during collision. No, look at the nature of that particular string. That one. Even for spring we define, of course, we don't take any numericals. It's a little bit complicated at your level. Okay, later we'll see in the revision program after mains exam, and we'll be free. No, there I'll discuss some higher level problems. I know how you manage this. Let's see. I'll give 3 minutes time, unless. almost in action, almost. Please take help of. See, see now. Collision means not like two objects should collide. Even the two objects not in contact also collision is said to be taking place. Later on in 2 dimension we'll analyze. Almost inextensible. No, he has given it, don't make it 0. See, data don't change in the problem. He has given data. There's some quotient of restitution in there. Then don't change the data. Let me take the. So when I give velocity u, so what will happen? The block A will move, and the block B, when it will move, when the string becomes taut only, the block B will move. No? So there's a position of block B, and there's a string. It will become taut. Now, what should happen here? No. There's a maximum almost inextensible. The string has become straight. Further, it cannot extend. No, it cannot. Now the string is at its natural length. So here what pen? It is there. It's at natural length only. Now it cannot have length more than this. So shall I say there's a maximum elongation of string? There's a maximal way in which it can align itself. So indirectly what pen? I'll just call this as maximum again don't take it something it got elongated. So maximum, you can say like a maximum stretch or like a final stretchable position. I'll write it. Stretchable STRET stretchable condition. Beyond this, it cannot stretch. No, means once the string becomes straight or finished, it cannot increase its length because almost inextensible is telling. And now, what conditions will arise? The moment it stretches here, what happened to string? String will become taut. No, so I'll better say like this was a loose. This is the taut. So the moment taut open, a tension is set up in the string. This tension, what it will do, will act opposite to velocity u, and what this particular will do, and this tension will accelerate the block B. So because of that, this will acquire a velocity v, and I'll put common velocity for them. I think I should draw many diagrams. I'm directly coming for this. You go back to the collisions directly when both at maximum stretchable condition, at maximum elongation, both the ends must have common velocity. I'm directly coming to that. Initially, what happens here? The block A, the moment string becomes straight, string will become taut, tension will act. That tension will decrease the velocity of block A. At the same time, the tension will increase the velocity of block B. So the velocity of block A decreasing, that of velocity of block B is increasing. At one instant, the velocity of both the ends will become equal, and that is the maximum stretchable condition. I had to draw in between 2-3 sequence diagrams. So since you are aware of the basic concept, I'm directly coming for this. After this, look at this, the tension which is acting here. for your help, I'll call this is T, the tension only, or some force you can write it. how this force will act opposite to velocity of block A. It will further decrease velocity of block A, and it will increase. Very next moment after this, what conditions will arise? The block B the velocity of this is a block B, this is A. String will become loose. Why it is loose? Because VB will become greater than VA. Actually, you have to analyze very clearly, not like something directly I'll write some equation. And that physics is what you have to bring into the picture. Suddenly, it will not come to this second diagram. The first diagram, very next will not be second. In fact, in between, first the block A will move, the string what happen, starts becoming straight. The moment it becomes straight, string will become taut. Once taut, okay, once it becomes taut, okay, we can, the string will, tension will come into picture. Suddenly tension will not come. When tension, the string will come, when it becomes taut. When the string is at natural length, or so like when the string is almost like in a straight line, then it will become taut. Then tension will come. So that tension will start decreasing the velocity of block A. This is what happens. So now let's see that this is similar to like a deformation, because this is what the initial position, no? And it got deformed. So this is some sort of deformation. And this is what? Reformation. Getting the idea? So there's a meaning of how we have to think, because he has given E. Okay, now let's apply conservation of momentum. Mass of the blocks is MA, no? MA and MB. Can you apply conservation of linear momentum? Because net force on system along x-axis is 0. Or net impulse is 0. So MAU should be equal to MAV plus MBV. So V equal to MAU plus MA plus MB. This is the common velocity. Okay, finally what happened is asking this VB, no? Okay, how to get this VB, that one. Or can I apply directly from the first diagram to third diagram? Yes, you can do that also. So initial MAU should be equal to MBVB plus MAVA. This is equation 1. Keep this 2. Between first and third diagram, I applied it. Okay, let's come for the quotient of restitution. How you define impulse of reformation by deformation. Now let's look at this. Look at this third diagram. How do it will reform? So from second to third diagram, momentum of the block B, MVB, then the tension will act for a certain time. So the tension acting for a certain time will set up an impulse of reformation, and finally it will become MBVB. Now this is what impulse due to tension. So what is value of JR? JR will be equal to MBVB minus MBV. Similarly, the impulse of deformation, the equation for that. It was at rest. Finally, it started moving with a velocity v. So this for deformation. No? So therefore, here 0 plus JD equal to MB into V. Then what is the quotient of restitution? How you define? JR by JD. So that MB will get cancelled. So we'll get this is VB by V minus 1. What is V? V is this one. No? Substituting that, E plus 1 equal to VB by V. What is V equal to? MAU by MA plus MB. Okay, this will be your answer. Now, collision means not like two bodies must be in contact. Slowly, maybe this will be very difficult for you at this stage to accept, because all the numericals what we take is collision means like two bodies must be in contact. Need not that one. It's not a necessary condition that the two bodies must be in contact for collision to occur. Even if they interact also, it is said to be collision. So later this idea what happened when you enter into gravitation, electrostatics, magnetostatics, there you see that field forces. Due to field forces, so we call that as collision. Some general can be asked in advance, numericals of this thing. So don't just stick on to take the next one. Okay, let's read the question. Read the question and something in a moving trolley. We are discussing this question. So initially this is a trolley. This is a ball. So let me take mass of the ball is m1, mass of the trolley, let it be m2, and initially it is at rest. I'll project. So there's a point A, there's a B. He has given some, and it is at midpoint of that. From the middle of the trolley, I'll project it with a speed, say V naught. And the collisions between the walls, let it be equal to E. Determine the total time needed for the ball to strike A, rebound, then strike B and rebound, and then return to the center of the cart. What is the center of the cart? C. After what time, again it will return back to this particular point. At t equals 0, this is thing. So I think if you can understand this, you can proceed into this one. So first it will, to move from A to C, it will take time. Meanwhile, what will happen to cart? Cart will move? No, it will not move. No, it will be there only. It will go and collide. I think our examination system will not permit you to read slowly also. You have to read very fast, because the type of exams what you are writing, by this time all of you might have got practice, no? Very fast reading, analysis, looking at diagram, because finally you are trained for competitive exams. If a Olympiad exams are there, no, that is totally different, where they give 2 questions, 1 hour time, you can analyze. But the advanced JEE mains advanced are totally different. The fast thinking is what you have to develop. Less thinking, the basic fundamentals should be applied in a very systematic and very fast way. That's what our Indian competitive exams are there, no? So where the ball will be here. So it is about to collide. There's a one time. So how much of time it will take it? So call this is T1. This should be equal to U by D. It will cover distance D, no? Sorry, D by U. And it is about to collide with this one. Still it will be attached. After collision, it will rebound. It will rebound with a speed, and the trolley will have velocity towards right here.
Sir, if the ball goes towards right, the card should go towards left, no, sir.
Is it like that? Whose side? Why I should think? Not reading question, read question pa. Read question. Neglect friction. Okay, no?
Okay, sir.
This is, I'll take it out. There's a third diagram. I think, okay, I'll give number for diagram. It'll be easy for you. So after collision, let this have a speed V1. This is V2. Let's keep high on the ball. It is like this. So what we should do now, we should calculate that M1 and M2. Then only we can enter into the problem. Okay, how to get that M1 and M2? This is the third diagram. So what is T? T is equal to, after what time the ball will reach one end of the trolley? D by U. So call this is T. T1, T2, anything that one. Next, after this, how to get V1, V2? There's no other way, no? It's telling quotient of restitution all. So towards right, it will be positive. Apply conservation of momentum from second and third diagram. For second and third diagram, it will be M1 V0 is equal to minus M1 V1 plus M2 V2. This is one equation one. Quotient of restitution formula. E is equal to anything that is towards right positive. So V2 plus V2 minus of minus V1. Velocity is directed along line of impact. Plus V0. Initially, what is the state of trolley? It's rest. So this is equal to V2 plus V1. Solving 1 and 2, we'll get expression for V1 and V2. Okay, yeah. So V1 will be, we need values. Without this, can't. It should be V2 is equal to M1U 1 plus C by M1 plus M2. Okay, these are the velocities obtained after first collision. Now what will happen to ball? From A, it should move towards B, no? So by the time it reaches B, what is the time it will take? 2D by V1. So the next sequence, I think I have no space here, so I'll scroll down. I'm going to go like this. So now what will be the next part? So the trolley will be here. Let me draw here. Where the ball will reach the other end of the trolley. The ball is here. What is the speed? V1, and the trolley will be moving with the speed V2. Then what is this time? Let it be T1, let me call it. This time will be 2D by V1. Able to make it out? The time taken to move from A, or say this is C to A. Yeah, some of you are getting confused even with the symbols. Time taken to move from A to B. Is that okay, symbols now? So we know V1, so it's over, quite over. Now what will happen? One more collision occur. After collision, we'll find out the speed now again. I think anybody can solve if you can read and start reading and thinking on it, analyzing, drawing diagram, what will happen to this, after this event, what will happen. In a sequence order, if you start thinking, I think you can manage such numericals. That's what happens in most of the advanced problems. You don't need any big brain, just constant thinking on a subject. After collision, so this particular will have velocity say v4, and it will rebound with a speed v3. So how do you can say v4? You solve the problem. If you get negative, change direction. That's all. No, why to?
Sir, sir, time taken by the ball to travel from A to B should be distance by that
Relative velocity.
no, sir.
ISSS. Yeah, it should be. Yeah.
Sir, V1 should be EM2 minus M1 into U, sir.
No, it should be relative. What I wrote only v1. I'll change it. It should be relative velocity. No, v1 plus v2. Okay, fine.
Sir, V1 should be EM2 minus M1 into U by M1 plus M2.
V1.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
V1 is EM2 minus M1. Okay, one U is missing here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now come for this last. You if you can get this, I think problem over. So I'll apply conservation of momentum again between the what are the symbols? Third, fourth, and fifth diagram. Between fourth and fifth, we'll apply it. What is the initial momentum? M2 V2 minus M1 V1 is equal to M2 V4 plus M1 V3. Then applying quotient of restitution. Again, the convention is same. Towards right is positive. Anything directed towards right is positive. So E is equal to V4 plus V4 V3 minus V1 plus V2. Check symbols, it's very important. Velocity of the final velocity of the trolley minus final velocity of the ball. Velocity of separation, velocity of approach, V1 towards left minus V1 plus V2. Or this
V3, right?
symbols. Yeah, this is V3. Yeah.
Yes.
So negative sign is there, no? So E into V1 plus V2, we can write it as V3 minus V4. That negative sign. So this is the equation 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6. substituting V1, V2 there and getting V3, V4. Then so what is the time taken? Again, it should come here, no? The ball should come to the C. So in this case, what is the time taken? Actually, the trolley will undergo displacement. Since I don't have space, I'm just showing it here. You would have that imagination. The trolley is in motion. The ball or weapon, when it comes to this position, M1, this is C. So what we should write? Time taken to move from B to C. This should be equal to D by V3 minus V4. Look at the thing. Relative velocity. Velocity of the ball minus velocity of the trolley. In the denominator, you should take it. So what is the total time taken should be TCA plus TAB plus TBC. What is TCA? D by U. TAB 2D by V1 plus V2. What is TBC? D by V3 minus V4. So what you should do, calculate V1, V2, all substitute here, V3 minus V4. We'll get the required answer.
Sir, once you share the question. Thank you, sir.
Again, we should calculate V3, V4. No, we know V1, V2. V3, V4 has to be determined. You do calculation, I'll write down the answer. We'll take the next one, no problem. The final answer will be D by U, D by EU, D by E square U. This will be your answer. Huh? Do calculate and verify this. Okay, I'll take the next one here.
Sir,
2 will come here. Huh? 2 will come 1.
sir,
Ah.
sir, means this process will be continued, no, sir, till infinity.
Again, yes, it will be.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
It will continue, no? Okay, that I made correction. 2 will be here. Check this. It should be like this. Huh? This should be our answer. D by U by 2D by EU D by E square U. Take next one. The diagram not visible. I just made another diagram. So read the question now. Something related to vertical circular motion. I brought a situation. The bullet will the bullet will go in, collide with the ball, and gets embedded in that. Inelastically. This is some. So that after collision, the ball is just able to complete the circle. What should be the value of velocity of the bullet and the value of speed of the ball just after collision in the lowest position of the circle? I think something, if you get velocity of bullet, the other thing we can find out. And get the sequence of the diagrams, small diagrams you draw it. What actually happens? What actually happens? So what is initially they are at rest. The system, this is at rest. Maximum concentrate on numericals of application. You do initially some collision basic fundamentals, then come for directly application. Collisions in projectile, collisions in laws of motion, collisions with friction, collisions in, like earlier we took one spring, no, like that. Then center of mass and collision, collisions in circular motion. What all till now the topics covered there, how that collision problems can be applied here. This is what you have to search in numerical. Now, let me just put what actually going on here. I'll draw some rough diagram, not like a free diagram like this. So there's a trolley. It will be, let it be like this. Then there's a rod. And there's a string. So there's a ball. So there's having a mass m. There's a mass m, and a bullet now approaches with a speed v. This is also having mass m. It gets collided inelastically. It collides. So it gets stuck to it. So together, so what is the mass of this system will be now? Now it will become 2m. Now this is, now here is what your troubles will start. There's a rod, it's a light. Just after impact, only this will be moving, no? Only the bob will have velocity v1. What about the trolley? Trolley will be still at rest. Just after impact. After certain time, what happen? Now as the bob swings, the string will make an angle theta with vertical, then a tension will act. So here, let me. In your mobile, you can magnify the screen and make observation. Because I want to show the total sequence of the problem. That's why I'm going for small diagram. So the moment collision occurs, there's a diagram. After some time, this will be the situation. It's very important. Please do analyze. Just don't write equation and end up with answer. What actually goes on? This is the situation. No? So here it will have velocity, say v dash. Now this will start moving with a velocity. Why it will start moving now? Because the component of tension will act. You can see, I think already we have discussed some similar ideas. Now component of tension on the rod will act towards right. The rod is connected to the plank. So therefore the plank will start moving. So you can give some velocity. V1 dash, V2 dash. Of course, this is a thing. But hanging ball inelastically is understood equal to 0. Or I'll give equal to 0. Okay, finish. Why to make a mess of it? Equal to 0. Just after impact, the trolley will be at rest. This is very important. Just after impact, trolley will be at rest. After a certain time, then it starts moving here. So now look at this. It has to complete vertical circle. A perfect inelastic collision. Some of you are getting confusion, so take perfect inelastic collision. And I'll change the data. No, it should complete the vertical circle. This is the thing. So velocity of this be v3, let the velocity of this be v2. This is L. Is asking what should happen to this particular v. Just able to complete the circle. Just able to complete the circle. So what should be the value of v? Shall we write root 5 GL? Problem solved. Nothing, no. We have all this particular system. Okay, write all possible equations, no. Now, can we apply what is the path of the ball in the ground frame? This bob. Now this will be, I'll call this a bob. What is the path of bob in the ground frame? You know enough of circular motion. Tell me, like, what's the path of the bob in ground frame? Not circular, but always tension. So what about the role of tension? Tension will act, and tension does positive work on the trolley. Getting the idea? It does positive work on the trolley. You see, like the diagram 1, 2, from 3 to 4 you check it. From 2 to 4 you check it. The tension does positive work. The net work done by tension should be 0. So then what about the other thing? So it does negative work on the bob. But sir, you only said in circular motion tension will be always perpendicular to velocity. How you justify here? Because we are going to apply conservation of mechanical engine. Prior to that, what we should be ready with all the things, no? So what is the work done by the tension? Work done by tension fact 0, because the path will not be circular. If path of the bob is circular, then the tension will be always acting perpendicular to velocity of bob. Work done by tension of the bob 0. Work done by tension on the trolley would be positive. Then we cannot apply conservation of mechanical energy. But here, the path of the bob in the ground frame will not be circle. Bob will not move in a perfect circle in ground frame. So therefore, work done by tension on the bob negative, that on the trolley it will be positive. Net work done in fact will be 0. All these backgrounds we are supposed to set up. Net work done. I'll directly come to the sequence here now. Net work done. So apply all conservation of mechanical, conservation of net force on system along x-axis 0. Applying conservation of momentum first between the first and second diagram 1 and 2. mv should be equal to 2mv1. So this is equal to v by 2. And then can we apply conservation of momentum between the second and third diagram? Just I made you to think. So between 2 and 4 you apply the equations. Can we apply conservation of linear momentum here? Yes, it will be. So mv1, so 2mv1, 2mv2 plus mv3, or 2v1 minus 2v2 equal to v3. This is the equation 1, 2. Now check it. What are things we wanted? V, no? For that we to get the v, we should know v1. To know V1, we should have the value of V2, V3. V2, V3 have to be determined. What are the, this is about the condition of linear number. What are other things I can apply here? Condition for circular motion. Yeah, what is the state of tension in the string here? Will be 0, no? Tension is 0 here. Then O will provide required centripetal force, the weight. 2 mg will provide required centripetal force. So then any circular motion equation for that, 2 mg will be equal to 2m into V2 plus V3 whole square by L. Why this V2 plus V3? Because about point of suspension is what we are writing centripetal circular, the curved path. It will be about the point of suspension, about O. What is the velocity of point O? V3, no? And velocity of the bob with respect to point O. Relative velocity apply V2 plus V3. Solving this, V2 plus V3 whole square equal to GL. Keep it here. Then let me apply conservation of mechanical energy. So initial kinetic energy of the bob. I need one more page. I think I'll keep this much of diagram. So now we'll write the equation. Conservation of mechanical energy from between 2 and 4. 2 and 4, conservation of mechanical energy. So what is the kinetic energy of system? 2m V1 square by 2 should be equal to 2m V2 square by 2 m V3 square by 2 plus 2mg. What is the height it will ascend? L plus L, 2L. So what are V2, V3? Velocity of bob and the plank with respect to what? With respect to ground. They are not relative, absolute velocities. V2 and V3 are velocity of bob and plank. Now this is equation 4. Following 1, 2, 3, 4, we'll get the required answer. So velocity, this will be equal to root of 52 GL. V1 should be off of that one, no? V1 should be off of that, and V1 will be root of 13 GL. These are the final answers. Do calculation. Come for this. Again, this is a, just now we have discussed, no, some concept. That is what I'm trying to reflect with a problem here. Okay, try to see this. You can say like it's there, the hole is there. So he said partially penetrates. A bullet of mass 1 kg and velocity v2 partially penetrate the left side of the spear. So there's, you can put like some sort of hole. Through that hole it will pass, it will collide bullet. Is asking now what the velocity of spear just after collision with the bullet. Read the question. In the question he has made some dot, you can see for order what he wanted to. There's a ground. Can you hear me? I think any problem is there?
No, sir.
Voice?
Sir,
So now there's a string. So maybe some language. So here I'll put a hole, that one. And the spear is having a mass. This is spear. Okay, I'll do one thing. So what all he mean to say, no? The question is of should be of like this. Huh? There's a small gap. Through that it will go and collide with this. So he's asking what is the velocity of spear just after collision with the bullet. Oh, sorry. Not this one. Yeah, it will partially penetrates. Huh? No, there's another problem. Huh? I think so. Let me keep it for discussion afterwards. That one. Partially penetrates. What do you mean by that? It will emerge out or it will stay inside the spear. How to interpret this? I'll change problem later on. Once we'll finish off this, I'll come to this one. I'll make a hole, let that through hole, let it go and collide. Then we'll see what happened to velocity of spear. String of radius r. Partially penetrates means will it emerge out through the spear? No, it will get stuck into the spear. So this is the thing. So the bullet m. So the mass of this, the bullet, what happened? Will get stuck here only. Mass of this spear is m. Is asking what is the velocity of the spear just after impact. How I should do this problem? So partially penetrates. How I should interpret this one? It inside. Bullet gets embedded in spear. This is the meaning of that one. If it emerges out, it will not get embedded. So this is the thing. Now, what will happen? Overall system is asking what is the velocity of sphere. Shall we apply convention of Newton? What I should do with the bob? Bob, what is the state of bob just after impact? Only the bullet and spear will have velocity. What is the state of bob? Bob will be at, it will be at inertia of rest. At that moment, it will be at rest. After the spear starts moving, then the string will get deflected, then the bob gets deflected, then it will acquire velocity. So if I apply conservation of momentum, mv should be equal to v dash. This should be equal to 2m plus m v dash. What is this m? Mass of bob. This is also mass of bob, and this is mass of spear. Why there's a mass of bullet? Mass of spear. Why bob mass is not into the picture? Is asking just after, no? Just after collision with the bullet. So what is the state of the bob? Bob will be at instantaneous rest here. After this event occurred, then the bullet and spear starts moving, the string gets deflected, then the bob starts moving. So what is v dash equal to? V dash should be equal to v by 2. The mass of the bob should not come into picture. Now same problem, I'll change it. Let's see how you make out this. This is the bob. It go and collide inelastically with the bob. Bullet collides inelastically with bob. E equal to 0, let me put it. What happened? Velocity of spear in this case should be 0, no? So then here you are going to write mv plus m into velocity of the bob, say v1. So what is m? Mass of the bullet. And this is mass of bob. Why mass of spear not came into picture? The spear will be at rest position. See, both the things, I'm just wanted to give the information either way. So I think the words just after are very important. It's having a lot of weightage here, so that has to be duly considered. Okay, I'll give a diagram. Together the mass will be how much? 2m. This will be v1. And still you write it, this is at rest. Now I am bringing either of cases. In the first case, the collision occurs between the spear and the bullet. Second case, the collision occurs between the bullet and the bob. That's clarity is what we needed. And sometimes the technical words, no, partially penetrates. Intentionally, I brought this. Partially penetrates means gets embedded. Emerges out. There's another thing. So here open, bullet collides inelastically with the bob and gets stuck to it. Perfect inelastic collision. This is also perfect inelastic collision only. Partially penetrates means. So you have to be very careful about these conditions. Okay, we'll wind up the class. It's already 8. Okay, thank you all of you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all of you. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.